just right before COVID, we decided to move back to Cape Cod. And so we're in Cape Cod, and my daughter was attending this dance studio. There was this individual that was there, and it was one of the mothers, and she started talking to me because she knew we were from Utah, and her husband was originally from Utah. And I didn't know some of the background of her husband. And at the time, she was attending another church, and she said, well, how do you take your sacrament? It's called a sacrament, right? And I said, yes. And I said, well, we have our individual cups, and we drink, and we just started talking about the church. And then she brought up that her husband was actually raised a member when he was younger, and he actually was baptized, but then his father passed away and his mother fell away from the church. Well, I had no idea any of this happened. Well, a couple months later, we actually leave the Cape, and I just shared a brief testimony before we did just why I love the church and the gospel and my belief, even with the Book of Mormon. And I get a message on Facebook, and she just said, can you connect me with the Relief Society president? We were part of the Cape Cod ward. And I was like, yes, I can get it. So I gave her the information, and she got connected with the missionaries. And so last year we went to the Cape, and we visited every year. And we go to the small branch, the Brewster branch, and I walk in, and this girl's standing in front of me, and she goes, do you remember me? And I was like, I know you, I know you. She goes, I'm Erin. You shared the gospel, and I joined the church. Now she's now the Relief Society president, and her husband is now in the branch presidency. And I had no idea. And she said, we've been looking for where we belonged. And now my husband feels like he's come back home.